and welcome to Vlogmas Day 6. So today's video is going to be a little bit different. It's not going to be a day in my life. This is my third meal of the day, and I thought I'd just kind of sip on my shake and talk to you guys about like my not necessarily my fitness journey, but more so like coming to terms with my body and accepting my body and things like that. So yeah, so to start off, I don't have any notes or anything, so I might get a little bit rambly, but we'll see where we end up. To start off, I guess we should start when I was a kid. I wasn't particularly like heavy set or anything. I was pretty skinny as a kid and like didn't think anything of it. I was a dancer for a few years in the beginning of middle school, and then in 6th grade I started playing volleyball, and I actually ended up playing volleyball until my 12th grade, so 6 years, which is mind-boggling, but that's the truth. And I remember being pretty aware of my body, especially during middle school. If you've watched some of my previous videos, you know that I grew up in Macau, and a lot of my classmates were really skinny Chinese girls, and I wasn't that much bigger than them, but I was very aware that I was not as skinny as they were. I definitely started getting boobs before they did. I had a butt, especially after I started playing volleyball. Like, I just was a bit bigger than these other girls, and I was very aware of it. And yeah, that was middle school. And then I don't even know where I'm going with this, but so I've always been pretty aware of my body. I know that I was bigger than other girls growing up, and it didn't bother me that much. No one really pointed it out in middle school, like it wasn't a thing, no one really cared. Yeah, and at some point in middle school, my brother and my dad started doing Muay Thai and boxing on one of our trips to the Philippines, and then my mom got into boxing and I never really got into it. I was a volleyball player through and through. What next? To be honest, I have struggled a lot previously, especially going into about 7th and 8th grade, when you start like liking boys and you recognize that they're kind of going towards the skinnier girls, and it just makes you uncomfortable. And at that point in my life, I really wanted some sense of control over something, and I didn't treat my body right. And to be honest, it has really made my mindset change towards a lot of things, which is kind of scary. And I started like counting calories and restricting and binging and purging and all these things that were not good for my body and did not need to happen by any means. I was still pretty small. I was thin. I was healthy, to be honest, because I was playing volleyball so much, and I just still wasn't happy. I got myself out of the like eating disorder mindsets and like restrictive mindsets, and was fairly happy with my body going into grade 9. I was pleased. I was happy. I was pretty in shape. In grade 9, I was the captain of our volleyball team, and I was so happy with myself. I was in a good spot mentally. I was having the time of my life. And then the summer after grade 9, I was diagnosed with ovarian cysts and suspected endometriosis. And that was really hard because I couldn't play volleyball anymore because of the type of cysts I was getting. My doctor didn't think it was safe. So I was like, okay. I was team manager for 2 years. So for grade 10 and grade 11, I managed our team, which was so much fun, and I'm so thankful for my coach for letting me do that, because if I had just stopped volleyball altogether, I don't know what would have happened. And then I was able to play in grade 12 again, which is amazing. But that summer, I was 15 and I got put onto a oral contraceptive, or the pill, or birth control, whatever you want to call it, to help manage my symptoms. And that pill made me gain weight like no other. And that is a side effect of many oral contraceptives, is like unexpected weight gain, because it's changing your hormones and your body doesn't know how to respond. And I was really emotional. I was not in a good mind space because I couldn't play volleyball anymore. I felt like I was losing those friends and whatnot, and so I really was unhappy with my body. I started gaining the weight, and I didn't even really notice it at first, but at one point I remember, because my school has uniforms, I had to get a bigger skirt size, and because mine was feeling pretty tight, or it was like the start of a new year or something, and I was getting new uniforms, and I was like, oh yeah, I have this size, so we can just go like one up, and it was too small, and that freaked me out. And so I stopped wanting to like go clothes shopping with my friends. I didn't want to do anything really, and I was just over it. And then in grade 11, I went on to antidepressants, and that made me gain more weight, which I don't know if that is a common side effect of antidepressants, but it was for me. And having that extra bit made me even more upset. I was starting to come to terms with the weight gain from the birth control, and then all this new weight gain started, and I was like, what the heck, God, why? Which was bad in itself. And so I was like, okay, whatever. Getting over it. I had some great friends in high school that really helped me through it, and my family was super supportive, and like I had my first serious boyfriend, and it was crazy. And like he was fine with my weight gain and yada yada yada, but I wasn't happy with myself still. And I think there was a touch of body dysmorphia in there, where I didn't really think I was as big as I was, but then I would see pictures and be like, what the heck, I'm so fat. And I wasn't fat, and that irks me to my wit's end, that I thought I was so much bigger than I actually was. And like looking back at pictures now, I'm like, girl, sure you gained a little bit of weight, but that's natural. Like it really bothered me, and it really bothers me now that I was thinking that way. And so my body dysmorphia was very strange. At the same time, I thought I was smaller than I was, but then when I saw pictures, I thought I was huge. And so my mind just playing tricks always. And so in grade 12, I started playing volleyball again, and that helped a lot. It really puts you in the right mindset. Just working out in itself was great. And by then I had been on the same birth control for 2 years, which is a long time, but it was fine. I'd taken a couple breaks off of it for a month here, a month there, whatever, just to regulate some stuff. And I was feeling better. I was in a good mindset. I was off my antidepressants, not by the advice of my doctor, but I took myself off of them, which you should not do. if you feel like your antidepressants are not working, consult your doctor and they can take you off of them properly. I took myself off of them cold turkey and I would not recommend it. And then at the end of grade 12, I was single and I went to Bali for a month by myself. My friends were there. 2 of my best friends were there for a couple weeks, and then one of my old teachers was there for 2 weeks, and it was great. And I did scientific diving and was really in my own. I was so happy with the way I was living in Bali that nothing mattered. I didn't care about how I looked in a swimsuit. I was wearing a bikini every day. Who cares? And I think that summer really helped change my mindset of it doesn't matter how you look, it's how you're living. And like, honestly, which is so interesting to think back on, because like that summer was so insignificant in the grand scheme of things, but it meant so much to me, which I think is amazing. And then I came to Canada for university and met my current boyfriend, and once I got to campus, I realized this is kind of just the way that girls' bodies are here. Like, they're a little bit curvier, and sure, there's variations, and some girls are super skinny and some girls are a little bit bigger, and that's okay. Every body has their own set way of being, and that's okay, and everyone kind of just has to come to accept it at some point. And it took me a long time to accept my body, but once I got to campus, I slowly started to get into my own. It was really helpful in Macau. It was hard to find clothes my size, because I'm 5'9"-ish. I have like 9.5 or 10, like size 10 feet, and it was almost impossible to find shoes that fit me. I'm just not the size of a Asian girl, and I think that is also what really morphed my mindset into being really unhappy with my body. And so coming here and things are in my size and I'm not a triple XL in a t-shirt was so good for me. I saw other girls my size that were thriving and people like loved their bodies and it was fine, and I was like, cool, this is great. And then, as many of you will have heard, the freshman 15 is a definite thing, and I probably gained, I don't even know how much weight, because I was not weighing myself because I was unhappy. And then so I gained some weight, but I still was happy with my body. I probably couldn't tell myself how much I had gained, and I was fine with it. My sweatpants still fit, my leggings still fit, like who cares? So what, I have to buy another pair of jeans. That's okay. Or I can squeeze into these. We'll squeeze, it'll be fine. And so I've honestly been fine with my body for like since I got to university. And I'm like still happy with my body now. Could I lose a little bit of weight? Sure. Could I tone up a lot? Yeah. Am I in the same shape I was when I was playing volleyball? Heck no. So last year, year 2, I got a scale and was weighing myself pretty regularly, and last year I gained enough weight that I was over 200 pounds. And as of today, December 6th, I am currently 224 pounds. And that is not the heaviest I've been. I have seen a larger number on the scale, but it's not, I don't want to say ideal because I don't have a set weight that I want to be, but I think it would be healthy for me to lose a little bit of weight. And honestly, I just want to feel more confident in my body, and I'm hoping that this training and nutrition will help me with chronic pain, mobility issues. I have a lot of joint problems, and hoping that will help with them. Like, my shoulders give out all the time, and my knees always ache, and my hips always ache, and so I'm hoping this will help a lot. And I just want to be in a better space and a better body. I'm so grateful for the body that I have, and so grateful for all that it has given me, but at the same time, it has caused me so much pain that I think it's time to change. So this is me making a pact that I'm going to finish this 90-day training program, and I'm going to give it my freaking all. And if I slip up here and there, I slip up here and there. It is what it is. But I'm gonna try my darndest to do this thing. And for me, it's not even about looking better. If I gained weight, I wouldn't care. Right now, I just want to feel better. This is how I'm feeling. And honestly, I'm really happy and comfortable with my body right now. I just think, why not improve on something and don't bother to wait until it's broken to fix it? So this is, I guess that's kind of my story. If you have any questions, I'm a pretty open book, so leave them down below. I'll answer anything I feel comfortable with answering, either in the comments or in another Vlogmas video. But yeah, please like the video if you did. Comment any questions or what else you'd like to see from me, and subscribe so you don't miss any of my uploads, any future updates on the fitness journey, things like that. We've got a lot of fun stuff coming. It'll be a good time. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye!